Hello, my beautiful and magnificent Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for ascending to your highest truth and embracing the radiant power of the cosmos. I am your guide, and if the universe has led you here to this very message at this precise moment, I want you to feel deep within the royal court of your heart that this is a divine appointment. Pause with me now. Before we embark on this profound journey, I invite you to find a space where you can be undisturbed. Take a deep sovereign breath in, filling your lungs with courage and light. Hold it for a count of 3, feeling the power of the sun itself gathering within you, and then exhale slowly, releasing every shadow, every doubt, every whisper that has ever tried to dim your magnificent glow. Let your shoulders relax. Let your heart, that fiercely generous and loyal heart, open to receive a truth that is destined to set you free. Because the universe, in its infinite and loving wisdom, has orchestrated this moment for you to hear a message that will change the very stage upon which you live your life. Leo, you are the radiant center of your own universe, a natural-born sovereign whose very presence is meant to inspire, to warm, and to lead. Your light is a gift to this world. But perhaps lately, you have felt a strange and unsettling chill in the air of your own kingdom. You have sensed a crack in the gilded facade of your family, a script that everyone seems to be following, but you have felt the weight of forced smiles, the hollowness of praises that don't quite reach the eyes, the stifling silence that falls when your back is turned. It's as if you've been starring in a grand performance, only to realize that a crucial part of the story has been deliberately kept from you. If this feeling resonates deep within your soul, if you are ready to stop the play and reclaim your authentic light, I want you to make a sacred declaration with me now. In the comments below, I want you to write with all the power of your being, "I'm ready to learn the truth about my family tomorrow." See this not as a mere comment, but as a powerful decree to the cosmos. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, as a sacred vow to yourself, a promise that you will always choose the path of your highest, most brilliant truth. Let me tell you something, magnificent soul. You are not imagining things. There is a performance that is about to come to a dramatic and final close. A mask, held in place for far too long, is about to shatter. And tomorrow, November 18th, is the day the house lights come up, revealing a truth that can no longer hide in the shadows of the stage. And here is the part that may cause your noble heart to ache for a moment. The person whose disguise finally crumbles could be someone you placed upon a pedestal, someone you showered with your unwavering loyalty, someone you believed was a part of your royal court. But do not fear, my dear Leo, for this revelation is not meant to break you. It is a divine intervention designed to liberate you and restore you to your rightful place of power. Have you ever sat at your own family table, surrounded by familiar faces, yet felt a profound sense of isolation? Have you ever listened to conversations that felt like carefully rehearsed lines, sentences left hanging in the air, creating a void where genuine connection should be? It is a unique and soul-crushing pain, is it not? To feel like an outsider in your own home, to sense that a story is being told about you, around you, but without you. For a soul as loyal and open-hearted as yours, Leo, this is the ultimate betrayal. A mask has resided within the sacred walls of your kingdom for far too long. And you, with your solar-powered intuition, your innate ability to sense inauthenticity, have heard the faint hairline cracks beginning to form. You've felt it. It's in the subtle shift of energy when you enter a room, a brief flicker of discomfort in someone's eyes before they compose themselves. It's in the silence that stretches on for just a moment too long, thick with unspoken words. Or perhaps it's in the brittle, over-the-top praise from a family member, a compliment that feels less like admiration and more like a desperate attempt to keep you playing a specific role. You have felt this, haven't you, Leo? Because your heart is a divine instrument of truth. It does not require spreadsheets of evidence or a jury's verdict. It needs only a glance, a tone, a feeling, and it knows. It has always known. And let me share a truth I have come to understand from holding space for so many radiant souls like yours. The deepest wounds do not come from the roaring lion of an enemy you can see. No, the most devastating pain comes from the insincerity of those who sit at your table, who call you by loving names, and who meticulously pretend that the kingdom is at peace, all while they quietly undermine the very foundations of your throne. That, my friends, is the silent agony. It is the feeling of being utterly alone in a crowded room of your own making. I once believed, in a more naive chapter of my life, that if we just shone our light brightly enough, if we were generous enough, if we just loved hard enough, that all shadows would simply vanish. I thought peace could be maintained by ignoring the unsettling whispers in the wings. But truth, my dear Leo, is like the sun itself. It cannot be contained or commanded. You can draw the curtains for a time, you can hide in the cellars, but eventually, inevitably, the dawn will come. The light will pour through every crack and crevice. And November 18th is that dawn. It is the day the sun rises on a long hidden truth, whether anyone is ready for it or not. Truth has a peculiar dual nature. It wounds, yes. Its initial light can be blinding, and it can leave you feeling exposed and raw. But paradoxically, it is the only thing that truly liberates. When that mask finally falls, you might initially feel stunned, hollowed out, perhaps even foolish for not having seen it sooner. But then, a profound realization will wash over you like a wave of cleansing light. At least now, you no longer have to perform. At least now, you don't have to exhaust yourself trying to hold together a perfect family portrait that was always a fiction. At least now, you can look directly into the face of reality, because only when you see with clarity can you truly walk forward in your power. You've seen those averted eyes, haven't you? You've felt that oppressive heaviness the moment you walked through the door. And your heart, your magnificent royal heart, knows. It has always known. Tomorrow you will no longer need anyone's confirmation. Truth will speak for itself. And I want you to etch this into the very core of your being. The moment the mask falls is not your downfall. It is your liberation. It is meant to free you from the crushing weight of wondering what you did wrong, how you could have been better, brighter, or more lovable. It is meant to shatter the invisible chains of expectation that have forced you to carry the emotional weight of an entire family. Truth will sting, yes, we will not coat it in sugar. But truth, my dear friends, is also the most potent medicine for a Leo soul, because your soul was not born for deceit. It was born for glorious, unapologetic authenticity. You might be asking yourself, am I truly strong enough to face this? And my answer to you, magnificent Leo, is an unequivocal yes. You have been preparing for this your entire life. Every time you chose generosity over pettiness, every time you felt that powerful intuition rising in your chest and chose to trust it, every moment you stood in your integrity, even when it was difficult, that was the universe training you for this very moment. No one can ever truly extinguish the light of a Leo. They can try to cast shadows, but they can never put out the sun. So when the truth finally makes its grand entrance, do not see it as the end of the show. Instead, embrace it as the beginning of your true reign. You no longer have to live in the suffocating ambiguity. You no longer have to force yourself to believe a script your heart has long rejected. And when you step into tomorrow, you will feel it, a lightness in your royal stride, a new brilliance in your spirit, a profound sense of freedom that will electrify every cell in your body. This is only the beginning, because the falling mask doesn't just reveal a truth, it awakens you to your own power. It signals that the gilded cage you may not have even realized you were in is finally, irrevocably breaking apart. And in our next part, we will journey into that glorious liberation the moment you choose truth, you choose freedom, and most importantly, you choose yourself. Because Leo, you were not born to live in anyone else's shadow. You were born to be the sun. There are cages, my friends, that are not built of iron bars, but of expectations. There are chains that are not forged from steel, but from the silken threads of love and duty. Have you ever lived this way, Leo, allowing others to place these gilded chains around you, the chains of needing their approval, of maintaining a certain image, of playing the role of the strong, unshakable leader, even when your own heart was trembling? You stayed silent, perhaps believing with your whole generous heart that your silence, your compliance, was the glue holding the kingdom together. But the harsh, crystalline truth that I have witnessed in countless journeys is this: that kind of silence does not preserve the kingdom. It only preserves the fractures within your own soul. Truth may cause a tremor, it may shake the castle walls, but it is, without a doubt, the only force that can heal a cracked foundation. Do you realize that those who seek to control a powerful soul like yours often do so under the guise of adoration? They might tell you they only want what's best for you, that they worry about you, but in reality, they are subtly binding you, compelling you to shine only in ways that make them feel comfortable and secure. They might say, "Oh, don't change, we love you just the way you are," when what they truly mean is, "Don't grow, don't evolve, because we are terrified of losing the influence we have over your brilliant light." Such words, though they may sound like a loving embrace, are nothing more than gilded chains wrapped tightly around your radiant heart. And out of love, out of a profound desire for harmony, you endured. You played the part. But the divine, the great cosmic source, did not create a lion to live in a cage, no matter how beautifully decorated. The divine created you to roam, to roar your truth, to reign over your own life with passion and courage. November 18th will be the moment those gilded chains shatter. Not because you lash out with your claws, not because you let out a defiant roar of rebellion, but simply because the light of truth is so bright, so absolute, that illusions and chains forged in shadow cannot survive in its presence. The universe has chosen this day as a doorway, and when that doorway swings open, you may feel a profound space opening within your chest. At first, it might feel like emptiness, but it is a freeing, expansive emptiness. You will draw in a deep, cleansing breath, and in that moment, you will recognize your true self for the first time in a long, long while. Tomorrow, your breath will no longer carry the taste of obligation, but the exhilarating fragrance of sovereignty. Let us be clear, freedom is not about abandoning your kingdom or turning your back on those you love. True freedom is when you stand tall, rooted in your authentic self, and quietly declare, "I will no longer allow anyone else's script to dictate my life's performance." Freedom is when you dare to shine your full, unfiltered light, knowing that some people accustomed to the dimmer version of you might have to turn away. But always remember this: the universe always stands with the soul that courageously chooses its own truth. You will see this with breathtaking clarity, Leo. When a lion breaks its chains, you do not lose love. Oh no, you finally make space for true love. The kind of love that does not seek to control, to possess, or to demand that you shrink your magnificence. It is the universe itself that will gently place into your life new people, new creative opportunities, new connections that bring you profound joy instead of debilitating anxiety. It is the universe whispering, "I have seen you perform for their comfort for too long. Now is the time for you to walk in the boundless freedom I always destined for you." Tomorrow you will breathe deeper than you ever have before, for the hollow space in your chest will finally open up, not to be left empty, but to be made ready to receive the blessings that are aligned with your true sovereign self. And you will see with absolute certainty that when the chains fall away, you are not just saving yourself, you are in fact liberating your entire bloodline. You are freeing the generations before you who were also bound by similar roles, by unspoken family rules. You, dear Leo, are the chosen one to end that cycle of performance, and you will never, ever walk alone. For when you finally lift your regal head, you will see the unseen hands holding you. The hands of your ancestors, a lineage of sovereigns in their own right. The mighty hand of the divine. The hands of souls who have departed this stage but have never truly left your side. They stand behind you, a celestial audience, whispering, "Go, child, choose your truth. We are here, giving you a standing ovation." Believe this with every fiber of your radiant being, Leo. Truth does not come to dethrone you. It comes ultimately to save you and place you upon the throne that was always rightfully yours. And in that moment, you dare to step forward. You will not only be liberated, but you will also feel profoundly protected. And that, my friends, is the next part of our sacred journey. Those powerful unseen hands will not only lift you, but will walk with you as your royal guard down every golden path you choose to take. There have undoubtedly been moments, Leo, when you felt utterly alone on your grand stage. Isolated under the spotlight, you have quietly retreated from rooms filled with suffocating energy, your noble heart clenched tight by the inauthenticity that no one else dared to acknowledge. But the beautiful shimmering truth is that you are never ever alone. Just behind the velvet curtain of the physical world, an unseen royal guard has always been standing with you, supporting you. And these hands, my friends, come from two profound sources from your ancestors, the lineage of light bearers who walked this earth before you, and from the divine itself, which wields a sword of pure light to guard and protect its most radiant children. I believe with the entirety of my soul that there are no coincidences in this divinely orchestrated play we call life. Those recurring dreams where a loved one appears so vivid and real you can almost feel their touch. The sudden, inexplicable appearance of a symbol that is sacred to you, perhaps a lion, a sunburst, or a specific sequence of numbers at a pivotal moment. The soft whispers you sometimes hear on the wind when you're completely alone, yet you feel a comforting presence. These are not tricks of the mind, my friends. They are the ways your ancestors, your spiritual court, communicate with you. They are telling you, you do not walk this path alone. We walk with you. Perhaps you felt a sudden, inexplicable warmth on your shoulder when no one was there, like a miniature sunbeam gracing your skin. Or you've caught a passing fragrance that instantly transports you to a memory of someone long gone. Do not dismiss these sacred occurrences, Leo. They are love letters from the other side, reminding you that the royal blood of courage and light that flows through your veins has never abandoned you. And then there is an even greater protection, a shield of immense and dazzling power. I speak of Archangel Michael, the fierce warrior of light. The divine has sent him, I believe, precisely for souls like yours, souls whose light is so bright it can attract shadows. It is he who stands by you in those moments when you feel judged, when darkness threatens to encroach upon your spirit. It is he who raises his sword of pure sunlight, cutting through the invisible chains of jealousy, control, and negativity that seek to bind you. You may not perceive him with your physical eyes, but your soul has undoubtedly felt his presence. That unwavering strength you feel rising within you when you are at your lowest point. That is his energy reinforcing your own. November 18th is not solely the day a mask falls. It is also the day the universe gives you tangible, undeniable proof that you are divinely protected. The whispers of your ancestors, the synchronicities in your daily life, and the palpable presence of your angelic guard all converge to deliver one powerful, resonant message. Do not be afraid. Step into your light. I once thought that true strength, especially for a proud Leo, came from standing tall against the world alone, from fighting every battle with one's own might. But then a profound shift occurred in my understanding. I saw that true strength, the most enduring and radiant kind, comes from knowing deep in your core that you have an entire legion of light walking with you. When you bravely accept the truth, when you dare to rise from the ashes of a false narrative, you are not standing on unsupported shoulders. No, you have an entire lineage of sovereigns cheering you on from the spiritual realms. You have powerful angels fighting tirelessly for your light, and you have the divine placing its hand gently upon your heart, whispering, "You belong to the light, not to the shadows that once tried to contain you." So Leo, listen more closely than ever before. Pay attention to your dreams, to the subtle signs that appear like celestial winks, to those feelings that surface from the deep well of your intuition. For they are the voices of the souls you love, and the divine call of your own magnificent destiny. And remember, every single step you take on this journey of liberation is not just for you. It is for all those in your lineage who had to dim their own light, who had to stay silent. You, glorious Leo, are the continuation of their story. You are the one who breaks the curse, the one who reclaims the throne for all. And when you truly know you are protected, when you feel that invisible royal guard placed firmly at your back, you will find within yourself an unparalleled bravery to go on. For ahead lies not only truth uncovered, but a magnificent reward awaiting your ascension. And that, my friends, is what we will speak of next. After every battle, there is always a coronation prepared just for you. Leo, after you have walked through the fire of revelation, after the mask has shattered into 1,000 pieces at your feet, after you have dared to courageously release the gilded chains that once bound you, you might find yourself standing in the stillness, asking, "After all this, what is left of me?" And the answer, my magnificent friends, is this: what remains is the purest, most authentic version of you, a free, unburdened sovereign soul. And that, in my honest opinion, is the greatest treasure the universe could ever place into your hands. I want to tell you this with all the sincerity flowing from my heart to yours. The divine never allows your pain to be meaningless. Every single tear you have shed in private, every long night you have paced your floors, feeling misunderstood and alone, has been seen, acknowledged, and woven into the grand tapestry of your destiny. And in the profound silence of the cosmos, a magnificent gift has been prepared for you. It is not just about material wealth or new opportunities, though those are certainly on their way. It is about the deep, abiding peace and radiant joy that you have been searching for all along. Tomorrow, after the truth comes to light, you will likely feel a vast space opening up in your heart. At first, that emptiness may feel unsettling, like a throne room cleared of its old, heavy furniture. But then you will begin to see it for what it truly is. It is the sacred, prepared space where the universe will pour its blessings anew, filling you with renewed hope, creativity, and passion. You will breathe deeper, your heart will beat lighter, and your eyes, now cleared of illusion, will begin to perceive golden paths and glorious possibilities that were previously invisible. Believe this truth with all your might. Today's painful ending is not a loss. It is a profound and divine invitation to tomorrow's incredible new reign. This could manifest as a new career path, a role where your unique talents and leadership are no longer overlooked, but are celebrated and rewarded. It may be a significant financial breakthrough where you finally understand on a cellular level that you are inherently worthy of abundance and prosperity. It could be a love that is truly genuine, a king or queen for your heart, without control, without jealousy, only profound peace and mutual adoration in each other's presence. I assure you, the universe will provide you with exactly what you need the very moment you are truly ready to open your heart and ascend to your throne. I have personally witnessed countless Leo souls walk through the darkest valleys of betrayal and emerge not just intact, but more radiant than ever before. They lost people they once thought were their entire world. They left situations they once believed were their forever kingdom. But then, in that initially empty space, they found something far more precious. They found themselves again. And when a Leo truly finds themselves again, their entire world begins a radical, beautiful, and golden transformation. Because the universe does not let its royalty walk away empty-handed. It places into their palms new scepters of opportunity, new allies who resonate with their awakened spirit, and a new kind of love. A love that begins most importantly with an unshakable love for themselves. You may not fully believe it yet, and that is perfectly okay. But let me tell you plainly, what you receive after November 18th is not merely a release. It is a profound rebirth. It is a coronation. It is the exhilarating feeling of stepping out from a stuffy, airless castle room and inhaling for the very first time the crisp, pure air of your own sovereign kingdom. It is the moment you no longer have to pretend to smile when your soul is aching. It is when you feel your heart can finally beat to its own majestic rhythm, uninhibited and unrestrained. Leo, the reward after pain does not always manifest first as material wealth, though it certainly will come. It always arrives first as peace, self-love, and profound joy. And from that deep inner wealth, the doors to the material world will inevitably swing wide open for you. For when your soul is truly free, your entire life becomes a masterpiece of abundance. So when you step out of tomorrow's step with an attitude of immense gratitude, do not look back as a victim of a court's betrayal, but as a courageous sovereign chosen by the universe to free both yourself and your ancestral lineage. Because after everything is said and done, truth doesn't dethrone you. It brings you back home to your true self. And you will realize with absolute clarity that you never walk alone. The loving hand of the divine, the guiding hand of your ancestors, and the supportive hands of those who truly love your light are still holding yours tightly and securely. And in the next part, my friends, you will discover that your greatest victory is not found in a triumphant roar, but in a powerful, compelling silence that forces the entire world to bow to your unwavering strength. There is a power residing within you, Leo, a strength so profound that you often underestimate its impact. It is a power far more potent than any roaring accusation, more impactful than any dramatic confrontation. That power, my friends, is your silence. But this is not the silence of submission or weakness. Oh no, this is a sovereign silence. It is a profound, knowing stillness that signals to the entire universe that you have absolutely nothing left to prove. That is your silent, magnificent triumph. When the truth is finally revealed, some people will undoubtedly scramble. They will deny it. They will attempt to shift the narrative, to desperately deflect responsibility onto you or others. Some might even try to veil their actions with a torrent of tears, hoping to evoke your sympathy and pull you back into their drama. But you, dear Leo, you need not raise your voice. You do not need to argue or desperately list your grievances to prove you are right. Your silence alone, radiating a quiet, unshakable dignity, will be a mirror so clear and so bright that they will be forced to see their own reflection in it. Truth requires no defender, for it carries its own undeniable weight. And you, in that moment, only need to stand there, your gaze fixed forward, embodying your truth. That, I promise you, will be more than enough. I truly believe that divine justice never arrives with a clamor or a noisy spectacle. It arrives in the profound stillness, a stillness that compels those who were in the wrong to finally face themselves. They will have nowhere left to hide, nowhere to run. They will meet your gaze, not angry, not resentful, but calm, steady, and regal. And it is precisely that serene composure that will become the heaviest, most piercing judgment they could ever face. Your silence, Leo, is not a surrender. It is a conscious, powerful choice. You are choosing not to be dragged down into the toxic, petty dramas of a lesser court. You are choosing to preserve the precious peace that the universe has promised to those who trust in divine timing. You are choosing to let karma, the great equalizer, do its sacred work. You are allowing truth to set everything back into its rightful, harmonious place. Remember this, Leo, you do not need revenge. Your dignified withdrawal from their chaos, your quiet absence from their stage is already the greatest consequence. Your silence will haunt them far longer and far more deeply than any angry words you could ever utter. And while they are left to wrestle with their own inner turmoil and regret, you, my friend, will be walking serenely toward the light, toward a future where peace and abundant blessings eagerly await your arrival. Pain has taught you a profound lesson, hasn't it, that sometimes true power does not lie in roaring for the world to hear your side of the story. True power is in staying silent, in holding your ground on your own sacred throne, and allowing the world and those who wronged you to hear the unsettling echoes within their own hearts. And in that powerful silence, you will hear another voice, a gentle, reassuring whisper from the divine, saying, "You have done enough. You are enough. Let me take care of the rest." Tomorrow, when the mask falls away, you will not need many words. You only need to walk forward to choose your truth and to choose your peace. And when you do, you will witness that the greatest victory is not in defeating another, but in keeping your own magnificent soul whole, intact, and pure. Your silence is the voice of the universe itself speaking through you. It will echo powerfully in the minds of those who betrayed you. It will soothe the souls of those in your lineage who once suffered in silence just as you did. And most importantly, it will open the golden doors for you to step boldly into your brand new chapter. And that, my friends, is when your soul truly begins its magnificent rebirth, the final part of our journey today. My dear Leo friends, we have reached the final part of our sacred journey together for today, but it is in truth the very beginning of yours. November 18th is not an ending. It is a doorway. It is a threshold. A chapter closes not to bury you in its remnants, but to open the golden path you were always destined to walk. I firmly believe that you will not only survive the unveiling of these secrets, you are being gloriously reborn. Every crack that appeared in your family's facade, every suffocating silence that once wounded your noble heart, no longer possesses the power to diminish your light. Instead, they now transform into sacred milestones, marking your courageous step onto a brand new page of your life, a page written by you for you. And tomorrow, when the sun rises, you will feel it with undeniable clarity. Your heart will beat with a new, vibrant rhythm. Your eyes will shine with a fresh, luminous light. Tomorrow, you are no longer the character you once played. You are a new soul, brighter, freer, and more authentic than ever before. The profound lesson of tomorrow is this: you are not and never were defined by the secrets or shadows of others. You are defined by how you rise. You are defined by the courageous choices you make. And you are defined by the unwavering, radiant truth you embody. And you, my dear Leo, have chosen truth. You have chosen freedom. You have chosen yourself. This has been a profound activation of your soul's highest purpose. Embrace it fully. Allow yourself to surrender to the magic of your own transformation. This is your time to shine your brightest, to share your incredible gifts with the world, and to live the life you were always destined to live. I would love to hear from you. What part of this message resonated most deeply with your royal soul? What truth has been awakened within you today? Share your thoughts, your insights, and your feelings in the comments section below. By sharing our stories and supporting one another, we amplify our collective healing and growth. Let's create a sanctuary of transformation and light right here. And of course, if this message has served you, please seal this profound truth with a like on this video. And if you have not already done so, remember to subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom to stay connected for all the unique guidance we will be sharing in the weeks to come. This is not just a small action. It is a powerful ritual of the soul, a way to declare to the universe, I choose the light. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for listening with your whole heart and for allowing me to be a small part of your magnificent journey. It has been a true gift to share this sacred space with you. I wish you an abundance of joy, a profound sense of peace, and the unwavering success that you so richly deserve. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You are the sun. You are the sovereign. And you are fully capable of achieving all of your wildest, most beautiful dreams. Go forth and be brilliant.